We're going to have Mikey General up next.
Love, love, love. Love, love, love. What is love? What does it mean? Where is the source of something so pure and clean? It resides in every human being, has the power to forgive and redeem, yeah. Yes, it's love that created us, love that has made us, love that sustains us, only love alone can save us. Love is good, love is kind, can be found in your hearts and your minds. Love casts no judgments, 'cause love is blind, yeah. Simply put, love is divine, yeah. Yes, it's love that has made us, yeah. Love that created us, love that sustains us, only love alone will save us. If you see love, don't let it pass you by, 'cause you can buy love, so give love a try. Love will keep you right through the night, 'cause there's no darkness, 'cause love is light. Hey, yes, it's love that is made us, love that creates us, love that sustains us, only love alone will save us. Love that has made us, love that creates us, love that sustains us, only love, love, only love, only love can save the world, yeah. Only love can save this world, yeah. Alright, yes, it's love that has made us, love that created us, only love that sustains us, only love alone will save us. Love, that saves the world, only love, 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 love. Oh Jah, Rastafari, I ask you to bless me this day with thy loving kindness. Oh, 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 yeah. Jah, have mercy on my soul, over it take full control. Lead me in the path of thy righteousness. I'm tired of the life I'm living. To you I want to be given all the strength and the energy that I possess. You've always been there when I needed a friend, a shoulder to cry on you I can depend.
Yes, so to my listening audience and all the Ghanaians and the Cape Townians, I say Cape Townians, South Africans, but most directly out of Cape Town, who has been requesting Mikey General each and every weekend. When is Mikey General coming? Yes, big up to Botswana in the house. Welcome, King Black, I see you. So, yes, we have Mikey General in the house, okay? So, yes, keep sending me all the questions. Of course, we played Love Out the Gate. and you're currently listening to Servant. But when you're talking about a servant to this industry and over 40 years of music business, and we're talking about some conscious lyrics and authentic reggae, we're talking about Mikey General. Mikey, how are you?
Blessed love, Queen. Blessed love. I'm giving thanks. Blessed to all my brothers and sisters in South Africa, Botswana, Ghana, the whole 54 states of Africa. Beautiful people. Africa is our home, and we want to come back home. I want them to know I'm looking to come and live in Africa soon.
Well, I will be joining you as well. I know.
That's good. That's good.
Yes. You know, that's our stomping ground. That's my stomping ground. Yes. It's a pleasure having you on. I tell you, for the past 2 years, of course, it is a huge part of our audience. Requests comes from our audience as well. And audience members have been asking me for Mikey General, and I'm saying, yeah, okay. You know, and finally I am able to bring you on. So yes, right now the crowd is live.
Yes, man, and I'm so glad that the people request me, because I see myself as a defender of African people, and I see myself as a defender of the truths and rights, not only African people, but of truths and rights and equality for all,
Yes,
but especially for my brothers and sisters in Africa. I always will stand with them.
Yeah. Well, most recently you've released an album. And the love track. The love track is
albums.
2 albums. Okay, so the love track was one of the tracks of the album. Am I correct?
Yeah, it's one from an upcoming album.
Oh.
That album will be released in the summer.
In the summer. How many albums have you released in your career?
This will be 17 or 18.
What? Oh my gosh. When you're talking about a veteran, that's 17. You know that there are artists right now that's our artists right now that are on this listening tip right now that's saying 17. I didn't even get to 7 yet. Yes. Are you there? Okay, he's reconnecting. Okay. Well, we wait for Mikey. Did you hear me? Are you with me?
Proverbs,
I'm not sure.
What you say, they're artists right now? That one?
Yes. I got on Proverbs that said he's not hearing. I'm not sure why, but it is that on my end, there are persons that are actually listening. So maybe something is wrong on his end. But
yes.
I'm saying you said 17 albums, but there are persons right now that are hitting me up and saying, I don't even have 7 albums or 7 songs yet, and this guy went through 7 albums. When we're talking about veterans.
Yeah, man. At 17 albums, that's nothing. Look at Luciano. He has 70. Sizzler has about 70 as well.
Yeah.
Turbulence has about 45. Loot and Fire has about 20. There's so many artists that have so much albums, so I'm way down the ladder.
Yes. Well, another thing as well, I was looking at a clip with yourself and Luciano. Should let you know as well, Luciano is my favorite artist. Everybody knows that.
Oh, that's good.
Everybody in the world knows that, because I let it know. I let it be known.
He's a great artist.
Yes, he's my favorite. So, I was watching a clip with yourself and Luciano, and you were talking, and then I look up, I said, oh, wait a second. Both you guys look alike. And I asked a few persons, and they said, yes, you didn't realize they looked alike. I said, I didn't even realize that till I saw both of you guys in the video together.
Yeah.
That's something that persons have talked about. Am I correct?
Yes, a lot of people, when we started doing shows together, or even partying together, people used to say, if we are brothers.
Yeah.
But we are spiritual brothers, not really physical brothers, but he's still my brother. He's even closer than he's closer than my physical brothers to me.
Because sometimes that's how it works,
Yes.
somebody is closer than your own personal flesh and blood. So Luciano is like that to me. He's closer than my flesh and blood. He's been there for me right through my rough times and tough times. And, you know, he's always been a source of comfort and strength, you know. And I try to be the same to him too, to be a source of strength and comfort to him too. Because I know he's going through a lot. You know, sometimes when you're doing your work, you have a lot of pressure, you know, a lot of people don't know.
Yeah.
You know, because they pressure you because they know your kindness. They know them, yeah. So it causes pressure on you. So you have to be firm, you know?
Yes, I would say preach to the choir right now. Preach to the choir, that's me.
Yeah.
Yes. And what they say, the higher you climb the ladder is the more stress, you know, that comes. So you have to be prepared to hold a vibe and know that it is that once you're walking in divine order, don't worry about anything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Well, more importantly, as I listen to your songs, I love the tenor voice, I must say. You know, it helps me to get through your songs, and the tenor voice that you bring to the production helps me to get through different times with the different songs that you have going on as well. So I love that. What would you say throughout the pandemic? You have been recording, or did you stay away from recording?
No. That's the album that I'm telling you that's coming up now. It was recorded during the pandemic, you know. I had a lot of free time, and I have a little home studio with my son who does the engineer work. Mm-hmm. So I was able to record a whole album and a series of singles as well, you know. So I use my time productively during the pandemic, you know.
Awesome.
Yeah. So this new album, it's called Whole Heights. Mm-hmm. It's for a producer in the UK called Chris Chemist.
Yes.
And it will be released in the summer by Zojak.
Awesome.
Zojak Worldwide.
Yes. Yeah. I'm definitely going to get a copy of it as well. Now, taking it a bit back as we talk about reggae music, and we look at some of the foundation artists and some of the things they actually, they did to get out in the business and to be more recognized. You actually started voicing on some of like the sound systems in Kingston, Kilimanjaro and Virgo Sounds to be specific.
Yes.
Would you say that as we look at the reggae business and we look at some of the upcoming artists right now, if they had the opportunity to voice on some of these sounds right now that they're listening to, do you think the sound systems actually play a role to the music that we are currently listening to, or that our youths are producing?
No, not like how it used to do in our era. We grew up in the sound system era where you had the sound system, you had to be a part of it, you had to lift the boxes, you had to help with the wires, you know, wherever the sound was going, you had to go. That was before you even get the microphone to hold the microphone. Wow. So we grew up, then in regards to the microphone, we would have to go early to sing if we wanted to sing, because when the big stars come, we can't get the mic anymore. So we learn the craft. We learn how to sing spontaneously, how to build rhythms on spot. Mm-hmm. You know how you can build a lyrics on the spot. You know, you learn to adjust songs to fit certain rhythms. You learn about key, you learn about off keys, and all these things. Now, these younger generation, because they have so much technology, they don't take the time out to learn about keys or melodies. All they use is Melodyne. They use Melodyne, so if they're off key, they use the Melodyne and it puts them back on key and thing. But the thing is, when they come to live performance, that's when it shows up that they weren't doing their thing properly, you know. So this generation, I think some of them are not so willing to learn from the elders. I can tell you that now. But there are some who have learned from their elders and they are the ones who will stand up in the business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Appreciative of that. As well, one of the foundation things was to perform in hotels. I know various artists who started out their career on that scene as well. Do you think it's important right now that our upcoming artists revisit some of the things that were done by our elders or our veterans in the music industry?
Of course, it's very important. That's how they're gonna keep the roots and keep the rhythm of the music. We as younger generations, our idols were like Big Youth, Bob Marley, Burning Spear, Peter Tosh, Dennis Brown. So what we did was we would listen them, see how they write their lyrics, see how they slur their words, how they pronounce their words, sing the passion that they sing with. We listen for all these things, and then we would put it in our own stuff, and that's how we learned. Yeah, but these young youths now, some of them don't want to learn from the elders, which I think they should try and learn from those whose music lasts the test of time. Because Bob Marley has passed nearly 43 years now, and yet still is 41 years, and yet still his music is still significant, it's still solid, it still sounds great. So therefore, that pattern, that formula that they use was a winning formula. So I think that if we stuck with that formula, even though the music kind of would say got a little bit faster, a little deeper, but we stuck with the formula. These young generations now, some of them, they're not sticking to the formula, they're running away from the formula. I think because everything is on YouTube, they think they can learn the art of music from YouTube. But you have to experience music, and that's what we are praying, that these young youths will seek out to experience the music, learn to play it. Well, I'm not saying all the young youths are bad, because you have some very good young artists who are coming up now, and I congratulate them. But I think that those who are coming up now and that are very good, they were the ones who listened to the elders, and that's why I think they will stand the test of time as well.
As we talk about the underlying making or production of the music, the underlying writing of the music, and the veterans in the music that are saying that, the music that we're listening to, yes, for myself, I am a creator. So over this period of time, not only am I a creator, I'm also a producer because I make beats as well. Every chance I get, I try to plug myself as well because let's just face it, it's my show, right? And so I'm a bit of an introvert, so I don't like talking during the week, So this is my chance. I tell people that if you want to know anything, go listen to my show. So they come over here and they listen to make up the audience. So, years ago, actually, one of the big beat competition in the US, I was the first female to win. Okay, and that competition is judged by persons in the industry then, such as Swiss Beats, Jay-Z, Buck Wild, Busta Rhymes, those guys. So, as we talk about the underlying mixture and making and producing of the music itself, as a creator though, it is safe to say that the music will change over time and we will get new genre of music. So as we look to the new music now that's being produced, what would you say that music is lacking?
All right. The new kind of music that's being produced in Jamaica is what they call trap dancehall. Mm-hmm. Trap dancehall. So it's like a trap hip hop beat with a dancehall with dancehall lyrics on top of it, with a Jamaican rapping on top of it.
Right.
So yeah. So to me now, that is not really helping our music. Because actually, if you take away the Jamaican voice from it, on top of it, it's just trap, it's just hip-hop. Yeah, so I'm thinking that to these young youths, if they want to evolve in reggae, they must still try and keep the basics. Yeah, in dancehall, you got to keep that 4 beat. Pa 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 pa. That's dancehall. No matter what rhythm or phrase you play around it, as long as it's got that beat, that's dancehall. Same with reggae. If you go cha 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 cha, that is reggae, and that is the reggae beat. So it don't matter what you play around it, as long as that's in there, it's still authentic Jamaican reggae. And same with dancehall as well. So what these youths now are doing is that they're building some rhythm, but it doesn't have any flavor of Jamaica at all. So if you take away the voice from it, you hear like it's America. Yeah. So I would encourage the youth that even though the music is evolving, try and keep some of the culture, some of the original sounds into it, so that we can identify it as our music. You know?
Well, the thing is, okay, so in other words, you're saying that there is reggae, there is dancehall, and that there is now an extension of dancehall where there is the trap dancehall. And so that trap dancehall music does not fit in with the authentic reggae or the authentic dancehall. Now let's just see as well where there's no dancehall charts. You know, I'm planning to have a live session with various artists, upcoming artists, veterans that have been in the business, and the persons who steer the music industry. And also looking to add as much female as well, because some of us don't get as much play as we should. And
yes, that's right.
We're going to talk about some of these things as it pertains to the production. So now you're saying that there's the underlying authentic reggae, there's the dancehall, and then there is this extension of dancehall that's called trap dancehall. As a creator myself though, I see trap reggae as a creative move in terms of that genre. Well, let's walk away from that genre for a minute. Now we have the reggae music and we have dancehall, and we have most recently the Grammys. And even though I'm hearing various excuses from across the world, there is at least I think I've documented about 32 different excuses that's used why it is that Soulja came out on top. For persons that are saying that the trap reggae is there and that music that's coming out, that's not the real music, and that's why Soulja won. Remember that trap reggae is not even a genre that's recognized. Dancehall, you know, we have Spice that was carrying it when she, for the Grammys and stuff like that, but the authentic reggae. So where or what is you would say is the main issue why it is that why you think that what it is, because we are left to figure out a few things why it is that Soulja was on that stage and won a Grammy. But what would you say is one of the main things why it is that a reggae artist never carried the torch or to win the Grammy award this year?
Okay. The thing is, if you actually listen to Soulja's album, it is probably the only full reggae album. You understand? Mm-hmm. The others are not full reggae albums. They have crossover beats, some have Afro beats, some have mixed with pop, and there's a couple trap dancehall and both Jesse Royals, Etana's own, and so it's not fully 100% reggae. You understand? Mm-hmm. The thing with Soulja's album is 100% reggae. Yeah, mm-hmm. And so that's one of the reasons to me. I don't really know their music so much, but I've heard of them for a long time. They have been in the business a long time, and really remember, the Grammys and American awards. Yeah, so it caters to what's happening in America, even though it's internationally recognized. But it's an American award now. Soulja is based in America, and Soulja has their fan base in America. Yeah, so whenever they tour a lot as well too. So when the Grammy is coming up, the people who are gonna be voting are people who are used to seeing Soulja and hearing Soulja's music more than even the rest of artists who were nominated. So therefore, Soulja, by familiarity and also by virtue of their album being 100% reggae, I think that's what gave them the edge. Okay. Yeah, I'm not saying it's the best one. It's probably not the best album that was in the pick of the mix, but it's they done their work, and therefore I'm not complaining about it. It's only a wake-up call for us as a people to know that hey, we have to just get serious with our thing, make sure we do the music properly, and lift it up,
Well, Mikey, I'm a person that is very. When I do speak, though, I'm very outspoken as well, and I like to give my I would like to share my opinion, but it's such a long-winded opinion because of the various things that is wrong with the industry. That's one thing. There are a few things that over time needs to be fixed, and the time to act is now. But ultimately, in terms of the scores that we're giving, in terms of the Grammy Award itself, when I hear people refer to it as an American award, it is not an American award, though. It's an award that's given in America. However, the stats are used from worldwide. That's only one part of it. But when we get into that soiree that I'm thinking of having, I am going to ask you to come aboard because we would like to hear voices from different parts of the aisle. Because I think, sometimes when you sit at a certain spot and as an artist, you don't even realize what's going on the outside as well. And it takes sometimes outsiders to say exactly here's what it is. Congratulations to Soulja as well. And congratulations to everyone that was nominated. But I do believe it's time that we ourselves take a look at the industry and to actually give props to the various persons that are keeping the wheels turning, and especially to some of the females that are not being recognized for their works in the industry and are being overshadowed by the male counterpart as well. Would you agree?
Yes, I would agree. I agree 100%. I think that the industry needs overhauling. We as a people, we need to girt the music, structure it properly, because the thing with Soulja, another thing is that their music is structured. They structure how they do it. They release a song, they promote it, they tour on it. They tour it, and they have an album that they tour on. So they bring the music to the people, and that's very important. Now we in Jamaica. We don't have that facilities or that international facility to bring our music to the whole world, like how they could do it even in America. So we need that structure. We need proper publishing structure. We need proper promotion structure, proper marketing structure, and something that will benefit all the people as well, not just Jamaicans or not just the promoters or the producers. The artists, the ordinary artists should benefit as well.
Well, I thank you so much for your observations as well. There is so much to be said in terms of the industry and things that needs to be improved, but I think that ultimately everyone needs to take a stance and to speak on some of the things that the industry is lacking. And most definitely, I'm going to keep you posted and let you know when that's coming up, so you can as well share it with some others as well, so they could tap in and listen to, as I'm saying, I got 32 excuses, just from this one award. Yeah. Right. Well, being a servant to the industry, a veteran within the industry itself, I'm going to jump to one of your songs, Your Servant, and we are going to come back with some questions from our audience and vibe out, okay?
Yeah.
Oh Jah, Rastafari, I ask you to bless me this day with thy loving kindness. Yeah. Jah have mercy on my soul, over it take full control. Lead me in the path of thy righteousness. I'm tired of the life I'm living. To you I want to be given all the strength and the energy that I possess. You've always been there when I needed a friend, a shoulder to cry on you I can depend. Now I've made up my mind to cast away my fears. Won't you take me in your tender arms and keep me there? Yeah. Jah, I wanna be your servant and walk in your holy way. Nothing is more important than doing everything you say. Yeah. Jah, I wanna be your servant and walk in your holy way. 'Cause nothing is more important than doing everything you say. More than a rock and a shelter, thou art to me. Life giver and sustainer for me and my family. Without you I am nothing, nothing but wind. Hide me in thy pavilion, far away from sin. Oh, Jah, I wanna be your servant and walk in your holy way. Nothing is more important than doing everything you say. Jah, I wanna be your servant and walk in your holy way. Nothing is more important than doing everything you say. Yeah. Jah, I call at you today. Yeah. Thy power and might are unsearchable. Thy love and thy grace uncomparable. Yeah. Thy anger and wrath is so terrible. Before thee I humble. Before thee I humble. Oh, Jah, I wanna be. Oh Jah, Rastafari, I ask you to bless me this day with thy loving kindness. Yeah. Jah have mercy on my soul, over it take full control. Lead me in the path of thy righteousness. I'm tired of the life I'm living. To you I want to be given all the strength and the energy that I possess. You've always been there when I needed a friend, a shoulder to.
Yes, so to our listening audience, I thank you for sending in your questions. And I tell you right now, we're live. The audience is loving this interview. I can't say more than the others, but they are really loving this interview because I can see the stats. So we just had a chance to listen to Your Servant, Mikey. We had a chance to listen to Your Servant. So tell us about the production of Your Servant.
All right, this song was produced by Footprints Records. They are based in Atlanta. This song was actually recorded in 2008.
Wow.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
the whole album. I did an album for Footprints.
Yes.
It's called We the People. My Servant is one of the songs from the album. It was recorded in 2008, but the producer didn't release it till 2020.
Yes.
Yeah? So that's 12 years it took to release that album. But the thing is, the songs were relevant, the lyrics were potent, and the rhythms were good. So it didn't matter how old it was. It could always work. All it needed to do was to be probably remixed and something like that. So this song, Your Servant, is just a plea from me to the Almighty, saying that I want to be His servant. I want to be somebody who is worthy to be called His child. So that's where I got that song from. Yeah.
Very spiritual in the delivery, and as well as you talk about the album and the songs that are just recently being released. You know, good music lasts forever. Great music lasts forever, and the potency in the production is solid as well. So as we talk about spiritual, though, should we look for a gospel album sometime in the future?
All my albums are gospel, darling.
Yeah?
All my music is gospel.
I know all of it is, but we want, well, should I say a deeper gospel? Is there a deeper gospel?
Yeah, you see, I wouldn't say that, because I think that all my music is gospel. In that it's always talking about the Almighty, always talking about how to help oneself, how to uplift oneself, to be aware of the system and all those things. So to me, I think I'm doing gospel. If I'm not doing gospel, I'm doing rascal.
Rascal.
That's rascal.
Rascal. But you know as well, under the umbrella gospel, here it is that when you are putting out your works and it's labeled under reggae music as well, let me just say, take advantage of also including it under the gospel banner as well. Okay?
Yes, I would agree with you, because they have a big network. I have songs that the Virgin produced for a Christian Virgin, and he plays it in church. It's a song say, "Nothing too hard for the Lord, nothing too hard for the Lord. He can work miracles, nothing's impossible, nothing too hard for the Lord." Hey. You know?
Yeah.
So that kind of punchline, they sing it in church, and that's just one of my songs. My songs are spiritual, you know. Unseen blessing from every side. That's how we know Jaja love abide. You know, so those are spiritual songs that uplift and strengthen people. You know, I haven't strayed from the message at all.
Yeah.
Don't want to stray either.
But here's the thing as well, is that when you go in to upload your album and you're choosing reggae, do not forget to choose that gospel side as well, because here it is that I wouldn't be surprised one of these days I hear that Mikey General has a nomination for a Grammy or even on that, because yes, your songs are spiritual. So that's a genre. You're able to choose more than one. Go with it.
Okay, I'll think about it.
Yes, go with it. Of course. So we have a question for you. We have Danny out of the UK who would like to know, what is your message for the up and coming artists in the business in terms of their production?
In terms of production, I tell them to stick. I would tell them to listen to music that you love. Music that has a long shelf life, and see how you can imitate that music. Even if you're doing a modern type of music, try and make the message as something that is relatable, that people that 10 years down the road, 20 years down the road, people can still relate to the message in your song. Yeah. And also tell them to be true to themselves. You know, don't try to be Michael Jackson when you're not. You know what I mean? Try and be who you are, be proud of who you are, and hone your craft so that you have your own unique sound. That whenever you open your mouth or whenever people hear you, that voice, they say, hey, that's Tommy, or whatever his name is, yeah, or that's Danny, yeah. From I hear that voice, I know it's Danny, or from I hear the production, I can know it's Danny. There's a producer whose name is Triton. Yeah, I don't know if you know about him. He's a very good and big producer.
I know Triton. Yeah, I know about him. Yes,
Triton. Yeah, but his music is whenever you hear his music, you can always know that.
It's Triton. Yes.
Yeah, it's his production to the quality and things. So I would tell anybody who is doing a production, try and build a signature sound, and as you say, just stick to the original as close as possible, so you can have that longevity.
Yeah. We have Sharon out of the U.S. who is asking that you have stated, that the artist, that the artist should be paying attention to some of the grassroots production. Wouldn't it help for some of our veterans to mentor some of the younger youths? Are you actually mentoring any of our young artists?
Well, anytime I encounter them, I try to mentor them, yes. Yeah, I try to mentor them. But the truth is that, let's face it, darling, some of these young generations, they don't like to take advice from elders. They say we're old and our days are past and all that stuff. And so when you try to show them the right and correct way, they have something to say. Well, I would mentor anybody because I know I've been in the music long enough that I can help people to get good songs and to do good music. Yeah, so I'm always willing to mentor, but at the moment I don't have anybody specifically that I mentor. Yeah.
Okay.
But whenever a young artist comes and he say, Mikey General, what's this and what we for do and thing, I try to instruct them,
I hear you loud and clear. I love it. So, we are going to vibe out with the word. I appreciate you being here. I love the fact that I was able to get across to the audience some of the questions that you wanted. They wanted answered. More importantly, for all the other questions and for persons who are currently listening, I am going to be having, I say a soiree because right now I haven't labeled it the way that I'm going to label it, and inviting a few industry persons to speak about the nature of reggae, where we are, where we're moving to, and I will be inviting Mikey General. So by all means, everyone is welcome to tune in because it will be live. And so, Mikey, this time I would like you to, if you have any shout outs, you can give your shout outs as well. You can tell us.
You say the audience is mostly in Africa. So let me sing a song of an African song. One of my songs about Africa.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, me say fi teach the youth them an African story. Tell them about them African glory. And let them know they are kings and queens. Build up their self-esteem. Yeah, me say fi teach the youth them an African story. Tell them about them African glory. And let them know they are kings and queens. Build up their self-esteem. Nobody teach them about Christopher Columbus. No, them guys that only rob us, don't teach us about Marco Polo. No, cause we don't wanna know, because they distort our history and they try to take it in a mystery. But we are from an ancient sea, billions of years BC. So Miss Happy teach the youths an African story. Tell them about them African glory, Big up all Africans, my brothers and sisters out there, all the people in radio land and internet land who's listening. Just give thanks to the Most High. You have seen another day. That means you're blessed. Stay strong, stay positive. Empress, continue the good work you're doing. I really appreciate you having me on your show. And thank you very much again.
Blessed love. We are going to vibe out with the word. Can you set up that song for me?
Okay. Well, this one is the word from the album called We the People, released 2020. Jaja gave the word, and must be heard. Blessed.
Blessed love, Mikey. Appreciate it.
So it must be done. Jah gave the word, and it must be heard by every boy and girl, for corners of the earth. Oh well, you know see where you're going. Oh, man, I drop it them on, buckle line start draw. Say they want to start a nuclear war. Hey. His Majesty predicted it from way back in the 60s. Way back in. That if we don't have this ornament, it's gonna be catastrophe. Jah gave the word, and it must be heard by every boy and girl, four corners of the earth. Oh, hey, who first gonna pull the trigger and stop the impending disaster? And I wonder what will happen after. Will there be any survivors? We are the innocent. We will be caught between. Oh, and the worst thing about it, we not support them team. Jah gave the word, and it must be heard. By every boy and girl, four corners of the earth. Jah gave the word, and it must be heard. Four corners of the earth. Ooh, by every boy and girl. Yeah. The earth is the land, and the fullness thereof. Them and those that dwell therein. Yeah. But you know see where you're going. Man, I draw for them arms. Buckle lines I draw. Whoa. Them want to start a nuclear war. His Majesty predicted from way back in the 60s. Prophecy that if we don't change our way, it's gonna be catastrophe. Jah gave the word, and it must be heard. Yes, it must be heard.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for tuning in today and lending to me your listening ear. I could not have done that without you. And so, as always, I thank you for tuning in. Yes, thanks for vibing with us. And now, to all our artists who would like to make submissions to our one-on-one music review show, if you would like to submit to the show, we are always accepting submissions, okay? To be considered, kindly send a brief bio, 1 to 3 MP3, and their social media links to globalmusicreport@gmail.com. Again, that's globalmusicreport@gmail.com. Also, you may visit oneonmusicreview.online. oneonmusicreview.online, where it is that you can also hit the submit button and you can have your submission to us as well. You may also send it to email address pa@oneonmusicreview.online. So there you go. Yes, lots of choices. And to our listening audience, our capital home is International Stars. That's INTLSTARZ. Do check us out across the social media platforms. For a more intimate approach, I can be located on Instagram as Infinite Empress. That's INFINITEMPRESS. Yes! Thanks for tuning in to my listening audience. I could not do this without you once again, and I thank you for lending to me each and every week your listening ear. Have yourselves a blessed rest of weekend.